Natalie MacNeil, and you are watching She Takes on the World TV, your weekly dose of soaring inspiration and practical advice for your business and your life. In today's episode, I was inspired by someone at the university that I attended when I'd gone back to do an alumni talk. And one of the girls there asked me if you could go back to when you were just finishing school and starting your first business, what would you want to tell yourself? Those are the lessons that I want to incorporate into my business. I thought it was a really great question, and so I have for you today 10 of the things that I would go back and tell myself when I was starting my first company. First, I would tell myself that this first business is going to fail, but don't worry about it because from the failure, you'll learn so many important lessons that will make the next one a success. My first business that I started was an epic failure, and it hurt and stung for a long time after. But like I said, I learned so much from it, and I don't think that the next business would have been successful if I wouldn't have failed at that last one. 2, don't listen to the haters. There are always going to be people who say that your idea isn't good enough, that it sucks, that you suck, and you know what? You've got to keep on going anyways. Don't listen to people who try to make you feel small. 3, listen to the constructive criticism and feedback that you get from your mentors and advisors, but always trust your gut and don't feel that you have to implement all of the advice that they give you. You know what's best at the end of the day. 4, being an entrepreneur is tough and perseverance is key. Put your vision up on a wall or somewhere where you're going to see it every day so that you can remember what you're working towards and never ever think about giving up. 5, I would tell myself to work on creating something awesome and something that has a big impact, but without necessarily focusing on the paycheck. The truth is that at the beginning of my business, and even with She Takes on the World Inc., I focused on creating something that would have an impact on people's lives. And by doing that, a lot of opportunities flowed into my life that ended up leading to making money. But it wasn't the paycheck that I was focusing on in the beginning. Number 6, focus on helping other people to shine. You may not think that people realize that you're helping them in a big way, but they often do. And I really believe in karma and that all of that comes back to you tenfold. Number 7, you crawl before you walk and you walk before you run. Things may not always happen as fast as you want them to be, and I'm a really impatient person, so that was hard for me. But they always happen when they're supposed to happen. You've just got to hang in there and be patient and realize that businesses are built one step at a time. Number 8, and this one is really important. You just can't please everyone. And when you stop trying to please everyone, a lot of great things are going to happen and there's going to be major shifts in your business and your life. You can never make everyone happy, even if it's something that we would love to be able to do sometimes. Number 9, don't be afraid to take really big risks and make huge decisions that could make or break you. They don't always work out, but you've got to take those risks and you've got to be dynamic as an entrepreneur. And number 10 is absolutely the most important one, hands down. Always trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right or seem right, it probably isn't, and you should never ignore your intuition. Now, I want to hear from you in a comment below. If you could go back in time and tell yourself a few lessons or a few pieces of advice when you were starting your first business, what would they be? If you like this video, I would love for you to share it with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for more soaring inspiration and practical advice for your business and your life, I invite you to come on over to shetakesontheworld.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of She Takes on the World TV. So today I'm going to share how I make changes in my life or my business and make them stick. And hopefully you can take my process and fuse it with your own so that